So what's up, everybody? I am Asia McMillan, and today I want to talk about two things. One being fear, and the other being alopecia. So today is my birthday. I'm 28 years old, 28 on the 28th, and I really want to go into my 28th year of life having less fear as possible. And another thing I want to do in this year of my life and just going forward in life in general is to live a life of self-service, motivation, and a life that brings value to other people, while also, living in my power and my purpose and understanding what my purpose is. And, over the last couple weeks or month, as I've been thinking about doing a video similar to this, I've been thinking, I can't live a life of motivation, a life of service, a life of bringing value to others if I'm living fearfully. And I have to get rid of that fear, or be in the process of removing fear from my life in order to bring value to other people. And this has happened to all of us. All of us deal with some type of insecurity, or deal with wanting to stay in our comfort zone, or wanting to be as comfortable as possible so that we don't have to face fear. And it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to be like that, because like I said, everybody goes through something, whether we know it or not, whether we can see it, whether we can sense it or not. Every one of us, everybody is going through something. But fear is one of those things that we don't have to go through. I like to think of fear as being man-made. Fear is something that we place on ourselves. It's not organic. It's not something that grows out of the ground. It's not something that's in the air. It's just something that we manifest ourselves, and we manifest in our mind and our conscious that, hey, I'm afraid of this, or I'm afraid of doing that. I'm afraid of what this person is going to say. I'm afraid of the opinion of this group of people, or I'm afraid of the perspective of somebody else, that we just get so caught up in our own fears and our own insecurities that it holds us back from becoming our true selves, and it holds us back from living in our purpose and living within the power and manifesting the power that we have to bring value to other people, bring value to ourselves. So I just really wanted to touch on that topic and let people know that, hey, it's okay to have a sense of fear. It's okay to be fearful of certain things and afraid of certain things. But it's even better when we can combat fear with overcoming fear. And that's the one thing that I really want to live my life by from now forward, is just less fear, more faith. I have a hashtag that says win life, and I also use the hashtag less fear, more faith. And the hashtag win life is really about accomplishing anything that we set our minds to, anything that we think we can do, any idea that comes, across our minds. It's about taking that idea and manifesting it into reality and winning at life. But I was thinking, I can't really win life if I don't live a life that's less fearful, live a life of less fear and more faith. Not just in faith as in, religion and stuff like that, but just having faith in yourself and having faith in the things that you can do and the things that you can manifest, and having faith in your purpose and your reason for being on this earth. And we all have a purpose. We all have power within our purpose. And we can live in that purpose and live in that power and manifest so many great things as long as we are doing it with less fear and more faith in our abilities. So just, live a life that, is taking you out of your comfort zone. Live a life that is, having you take risk, to step outside of that box, risk of starting that business, risk of, applying for that job, or, going up to somebody and telling them hello. A lot of people, including myself, are afraid to get into that zone of being personable. And that's me. I don't like to really, I'm a very quiet person. It may not seem that way, but I'm a very quiet person. And a lot of people say, well, Ace, you have so much confidence and you seem to have everything together. That is quite the opposite. Like, I'm a very quiet and shy person until you really get to know me. And even making this video is, like I said, it's me stepping out of my comfort zone and me combating fear with the notion to overcome it. And we, every one of us has to get to that level. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because it took me a while to be comfortable and to be secure with myself and my purpose to even make this video today or to pick up a camera. So just try to live your life with as less fear as possible, and understand that fear is something that we manifest on ourselves. It's not organic, it's not put here purposely, and it's not put on you purposely. It's something that we have, kind of conjured up in our conscious, that, hey, this is going to make me feel a certain way. It's going to make me feel uncomfortable. So I don't want anything to do with it. So therefore, I'm afraid of that. But we all have the power and we all have the purpose to overcome fear. And so that's one really major thing that I want to talk about, that I'm going to be implementing into my life, more and more. So, if you are, feeling fearful, or feeling like you want to, feeling insecure about something, or you want to stay within that comfort zone, just know that it's better on the other side. It really is. It's better when you can conquer that fear and you can get over certain things that, are making you anxious, or making you feel like you have to, step back instead of move forward. So we all deal with it, but it's something that can definitely be overcome. And we can overcome it together by being less negative towards people, and just kind of, understanding that you never know what somebody else is going through. So try not to put fear on people, but try to put positivity and happiness on people. And you in return will feel more positive and more happy yourself. Now, alopecia. A lot of people don't know what alopecia is, and some people may, if you have somebody that's suffering from it, or if you yourself are suffering from it. And alopecia and fear go hand in hand for me, okay? Now, alopecia is an immune disorder, an immune disease, an autoimmune disease that is where the immune system is attacking the hair follicles in your body. So your immune system is attacking your hair follicles, and there's no cure for this. And one thing that I wanted to do for my birthday, a lot of people ask, what are you doing for your birthday? Are you doing anything special? I'm not really doing much. I'm probably going to go to dinner with my mother, or to the movies or something like that. But one thing that I am doing is I am going to be donating to the National Alopecia Areata Foundation. That's NAAF.org. And that's something that I'm going to be doing for my birthday. If you want to donate to them as well after you watch this video, please do so, but I'm not telling you to. But that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be donating some money to NAAF, and that's the National Alopecia Areata Foundation. Now, alopecia is something that I have lived with for my entire life. And it's something that I really struggled with. Not so much when I was younger, but more so now that I'm older. I think alopecia first, I started seeing symptoms of alopecia when I was about 3 or 4 years old. And I had 3 total hair losses by the time I was 5 or 6, I had 3 complete hair losses. Now, as a child, you may think, wow, that's a lot for someone to deal with. And it was. But at the same time, as being a child, you kind of have that carefree attitude. You have that innocence about you where nothing really matters. And if I could go back to having that same type of innocence and security and just being comfortable in who I am, I would really go back to that. And you can kind of see where fear and alopecia are tied together for me. So like I say, alopecia is an immune disorder where your immune system is attacking your hair follicles. And a lot of people deal with this. It affects over 6.8 million people in the US alone. And throughout a lifetime, everyone has a 2.1% chance of experiencing symptoms of alopecia. And it can happen where you can lose all the hair, total hair loss. You can lose all the hair over your body, or you can lose hair, in little patches, or you can, be completely bald. It affects everyone differently. And there's no cure for it, which is why I'm making this video. One reason why I'm making this video is to just bring awareness to alopecia areata. That's what the full name is. Or you can just say alopecia. And let people know that, again, it's something that I deal with. It's something that I am a little bit insecure about. Like I said, I don't have it all together. It may seem like I have it all together on the outside, or, to the naked eye, people that don't really know me, you may think, oh, she got it all together. She's, confident, this, that, and the third. But alopecia is something that is one of those triggers for me. It's something that's made me really insecure. If you know me, you know I love to wear my hats for many different reasons. I've made a video on Instagram about hats, and then I also wear my headbands. And one of those reasons is because I suffer from alopecia. Now, up until I suffered with it, really seeing symptoms until I was in middle school, and then about, in the middle, like that middle part of middle school, I kind of, my hair grew back and I didn't experience really any symptoms at all. Up until this last year. This last year was, last year or 2 years was really stressful for me. If you know, I went back to school, got my degree. That was kind of like a stress on its own. And then I lost both of my grandfathers within a week of each other, which was a really, really tough time in my life. And I started seeing symptoms of alopecia again. And this is the first time that I've dealt with these symptoms in my adult life. Like I said, up until middle school, I dealt with it. And then after that, I didn't really see any symptoms of it again. I thought, okay, cool, I'm done with this phase of my life. And, behold, I wasn't. So I've been dealing with it, and it's something that really affects me. It's something that, we all have our insecurities. We all are uncomfortable about something. And being an African-American woman, your hair is very important to you. And although your hair doesn't make you who you are, it's just something that your appearance and your hair is just something culturally, it's just something that is very special to you. So having to deal with that, and then just having to deal with, societal norms like we all deal with, creates those fears, and we create fears surrounding how we should look and how our appearance should be, when actually we shouldn't be fearful of how we look at all. We should be proud of whatever we're going through, whether we're dealing with alopecia, whether we're dealing with acne or any other conditions that alter or affect our physical appearance. We have to understand that it's okay, and that's a part of our purpose. That is a part of what makes us us. What makes you who you are. It's a part of that individuality. But like I said, fear, it doesn't exclude fear. And alopecia is something that's very dear to me. As you can see, I've been suffering with it for my whole life, and there's no cure for it. So I'm going to donate, my birthday towards NAAF.org, and I will leave information. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll leave it in the description below. If you're watching on Facebook or any other social media, I'll leave the link in my bio or in the caption. So it's just something that I've been dealing with, and it's a lot of people that deal with alopecia. A lot of people that you may not know deal with it, are dealing with it. And I really wanted to make this video to just let people know that, hey, alopecia isn't what makes you you. I am more than alopecia. You are more than alopecia. And together, hopefully, we can build a community that, there is a community out there, but we can build a strong community that is raising awareness about alopecia and helping to find a cure for this immune disease. And again, it's an immune disease where your immune system is literally attacking your hair follicles, and it's causing your hair to fall out. Now, the hair follicles aren't like dead or anything. They are very much active. It's just that the immune system is pretty much stunting the growth of new hair. So, yeah, that's something that I deal with. And, I don't really, I wear my hats and my headbands all the time. But this is a part of me facing my fears. This is a part of me overcoming something that is just so, it's a part of who I am. I know I've grown up with this disease. And, when you're younger, kids can be kind of cruel and kind of mean. I really didn't care. I wasn't a person that really cared a lot about what people thought, even though, I cared, but I didn't care, if that makes any sense. But it's something that really affected me, that has affected, my whole life. It's kind of altered the way I do things. And a lot of us are going through certain things that have altered our way of thinking, or have altered our sense of comfort or insecurity. So yeah, so this is me. And if you know me, I had a head full of hair, and you can see alopecia has started. It's taking my hair here, it's taking my hair here, and on the side. So it's basically like I got like my head shaved, but it's alopecia. Alopecia has, and this is what it does, it's your immune system just attacking your hair follicles. And I dealt with this for a while, and you'll see me wear my headbands. One reason I wear them is to protect like those areas from the sun, because you can, get sunburnt really quickly because there's no hair there. And also in the back, I have, some patches and some areas of baldness in the back. But, and me just doing that and taking my hat off is really me facing my fears. And just showing the world that, look, I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect. And we all have, are fearful of certain things, and we all have insecurities. But we have to step out and step beyond those insecurities, step out of that comfort zone and show fear that we aren't afraid anymore. So yeah, that's that. Like I said, I'm going to be donating towards the alopecia, National Alopecia Areata Foundation, NAF.org. This isn't like a sponsored video or anything. This is just something that I wanted to do for my birthday and kind of put myself out there and let people know that it's okay to be afraid, but it's even better to overcome your fears and to understand that once you push yourself and you push your mind beyond that wall, that invisible wall of fear, you can live your best life. Like literally, you can live in your purpose, live in your power, and you can understand that, it's more to life than being afraid. It's more to life than insecurities or caring about the opinions of others or the thoughts of others. You have to live your life for you first before you can live a life of service or give value to other people. So yeah, information and everything will be in the description below. If you know somebody that is facing fears, or if you know somebody that is dealing with alopecia, or if you yourself are dealing with these things, definitely leave a comment below, like it, share it, and just kind of let this video kind of help other people. So that's the purpose of it, is just to help other people and bring value to other people's lives. So that's me. I am Asia McMillan. You can find me at I am Asia McMillan everywhere. And yeah, see you guys later. Peace.